Today, South Florida and the nation will be pausing to remember 9/11. We're taking a live look now from New York City, where the 19th anniversary of the terror attacks will be marked by dwelling ceremonies, one at the September 11th Memorial Plaza and the other at a corner near the World Trade Center. Because of the coronavirus concerns, the tradition of reading the victims' names will look different. In Virginia, the Pentagon displayed its traditional Tower of Lights last night as a tribute to attacks on itself as well as the World Trade Center. 189 people were killed when a plane crashed into that building. In Shanksville, Pennsylvania, a similar tribute to remember the men and women who died on Flight 93. Terrorists had hijacked the plane and were trying to divert it to Washington, D.C. when a group of passengers tried to regain control. The president and Democratic rival Joe Biden are both expected to attend memorial services at the site at different times. And as we mentioned, the pandemic is changing the way many of today's observances will be held. CBS 4's Laura Podesta spoke to some families who lost loved ones on that day. She has more from New York.
Maribel, memorial services here in New York City and nationwide will look much different this year because of the coronavirus. Most will be smaller, some will be outside, others will be virtual, and many were canceled altogether. I spoke to the son of a 9/11 victim. He was 9 years old when his dad died in the North Tower, and this year he's sharing his story with the world. Matthew Bocci says he used to spend hours behind the computer searching for images of his dad in the footage of the burning Twin Towers on 9/11. John Bocci, a 38-year-old managing director at Cantor Fitzgerald, last spoke to his family in a phone call from the 105th floor of the North Tower.
He showed and exhibited a lot of bravery and courage that day, and I try to live my life that way now. You know, I remember him for that, for the good things, not, what possibly happened to him, did he suffer, things like that.
Matthew says he always admired the way the nation came together after September 11th, something he's afraid is not happening during the coronavirus pandemic.
Do you see any correlation between 9/11 and what's happening now?
Absolutely, but the problem is the same unity and good that came from post 9/11 has not been the same now, in a sense.
Bocci believes what's missing is the universal feeling of patriotism. Instead, there's divisiveness.
I feel like there's just so much hate in the world.
Out of an abundance of caution due to the virus, many in-person memorial services have been canceled, including the ceremonial name reading of the fallen at Ground Zero. A recording of a past name reading will be played instead. Matthew is out with a new book called Sway, which chronicles his struggles with his father's death. He says getting sober helped him cope, but so did the support of his community. And he hopes the country can unite once again while facing the terror of a pandemic. It was in early April that New York passed the 9/11 death toll with 3,000 coronavirus deaths, a threshold that was jarring for many people in this city who still remember vividly that day 19 years ago today. And we should mention that Matthew's book Sway is published by Simon & Schuster, a division of Viacom CBS. In New York City, I'm Laura Podesta, CBS 4 News.